This road right here on Fitzgerald and Pinole has been shut down for almost 8 hours. It just reopened. And for most of the day, though, this was a much different scene out here. Take a look. Take a look. This was the scene in Pinole as law enforcement acted swiftly, shutting down the off-ramps to the Pinole Vista Crossing Shopping Center after an armed robbery attempt Wednesday morning. It all started to unfold here in front of the Wells Fargo. Police say that two suspects approached a Loomis armored truck, and that is when the first of two gunfights erupted, injuring a guard.
She has been transported to a hospital. It's a female armored truck security guard. I do not know her status other than the fact that I know that she is currently in surgery.
And then there was a second gunfight that broke out. That is when police arrived and confronted a suspect.
During the course of that gunfight, one suspect was shot. That suspect is deceased. One of our officers was also shot. My understanding is it was one shot that our officer took to the shoulder.
The coroner was called to the scene as well as crime scene investigators. Police say that they have also called in the FBI. It is still unclear whether the armored truck was the intended target, but the police chief says that the suspects never entered the bank. Now, this all started to unfold early this morning when there were a lot of people out here. Listen to what witnesses had to say about it all.
He's actually laying right there on the other side of that car. His body is on the ground. There was a guy that attempted to run off in the intersection. He had a yellow bag in his hand, which they believe was a bag of money from the bank. I stopped. There was traffic. The light was green, but no cars was moving because there were police coming everywhere off the freeway. There was a guy that was running across the intersection, and right as he got ready to run across the intersection, I heard some shots go off, and his body dropped, and when he fell, he never moved. I mean, looking by myself, but it's like, you know, kids, it's like, unfortunate for the people who are in the bank or right here in the situation, because, you know, kids have to see things like this, dead bodies laying in the street, you know, it's not really, you know, it's not something you want to remember.
This was a developing situation, and for most of the day, everything in this area was shut down. But back here, a live shot, you can see over to the left of me, that is the target. It was shut down for most of the day. But again, this has reopened this entire area as the investigation into what exactly happened in here starts to unfold. Teresa Stasio, KRON 4 News.
All right, I'm going to use the big board now to show you how this thing went down. We'll fly into Pinole right here, and that's just where the story gets started. There's the Wells Fargo where the armored truck was, and that's along Fitzgerald, right near I-80. You heard the on and off ramps were closed for a good amount of time. Police say they exchanged gunfire with the robbery suspects, a cop hit in the shoulder, but that cop was able to shoot one of the suspects who you heard witnesses say was running from the bank with a bag of money. He was shot and killed. That's suspect number one. However, another suspect got away, literally, and there was a search for the second suspect, but he showed up, that suspect right here at the Doctors Medical Center in San Pablo. Suspect number 2 showed up there. He was transferred to Djan Medical Center. The Pinole police officer who was shot and that security guard who you heard was shot and injured in the shootout. Both of them are expected to survive. Pam?
2 earthquakes strike the East Bay, both registering 3.6 magnitude. This is a look at the seismograph.
Nigga, what's good? We got earthquakes and bank robberies in this bitch.
11:30. It was felt throughout much of the Bay Area.